prepared.
All right, you're welcome. You're welcome to this live session this morning. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Glad to see you guys again this morning. You're welcome. Glad to see you guys. Glad to see you guys. If you're alive, just do well to like and share. Subscribe to the channel. All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. It is possible to be accurate. It is very, very possible to be accurate. It is possible to get the best out of life. It is possible to live in the best version of yourself. It is very possible to live in the best version of yourself. It is very possible to live in the best version of yourself. It is possible to be accurate. It is very possible to be accurate. You can begin to experience greater versions of yourself. Greater versions of yourself. If you can hear me, if you can see me on the live, do well to like and share. Subscribe to this channel. Alright. It's a pleasure to be with you again. It is very, very, very possible to be accurate. You know what I share about? You want to know what I discuss? You can check the bio. Yes, I can see your comments. That's the real clever. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I can see your comments. You're welcome. Yeah. All right. So I'm glad you guys are joining in right now. It's going to be another download of wisdom. It's going to be another download of wisdom. One of the things that should excite you, one of the things that should gladden your heart is that you are interacting with greater levels of wisdom as the days go by. Let no day pass that should not leave you with a fresh download of wisdom. Remember on the live yesterday, I began to share and I began to say certain things around the fact that you should become more intentional and passionate. In seeking wisdom, you should become more intentional and passionate with coming into new levels of wisdom, because where you are currently is a reflection of the kind of knowledge that you have been introduced to. You cannot manifest beyond your level of knowledge. You cannot have manifestations that are greater than your current level of consciousness sustainably. To experience sustained level of results, you must become well acquainted with the kind of knowledge that is required to sustain that level of result. Yesterday I was speaking and I talked about wealth, for instance. The current level of wealth you are manifesting is wealth that is to the degree to which you know. So if you know better, you will achieve better. If you know better, you will do better. I'm very big on knowledge. Yes, I'm very, very big on knowledge. So you have questions around wealth and abundance. You have questions that's touching relationships, human relationships. You have questions touching religion. Like I said it on this space, on this community, there are no boxes. There are no boxes. There are no labels. There are no labels. So irrespective of your religious affiliation, you are welcome with your questions. We are on the path to truth. We want to know. We want to explore thoughts and consciousness. We want to know. We want to live better versions of ourselves. It is very possible. Um, a, a, a level of knowledge, a greater level of knowledge you come into can give you greater experiences at life. You don't want to be that kind of person that lives life to chance. You don't want to be that kind of person that just depends on luck. It just depends on luck, and you are waiting for the next. You are waiting for the next. The next lucky hour or the next lucky moment to begin to experience the good things of life. No, you want to become that person. You want to become that person that is very, very passionate about seeking knowledge. All right. So thank you for joining the live. You can check out my bio to see the things I share on. You can like and subscribe to this channel, right? I'm going to be live every day from now till the end of this year. I'm going to be live every single day. Every single day I'm going to be live. So you're welcome here. You are welcome here. Remember, irrespective of your religious affiliation, irrespective of your level of academic exposure, irrespective of your placement, you are welcome. There are no labels here. We are one big community, and everything we do here is for your growth as a conscious being. It's for your growth as a conscious being. And remember, I'm very intentional about the kind of words I use because I know the capacity of the being called man. All right, I know the capacity of the being called man, that man is such a blessed, and man is such a loaded, man is such a very, very important species. Man is an important species, and in the creation of things, man was kept at the helm of affairs. Yes, man was kept at the helm of affairs. Man is that being that he has superintendence, or he has governance over all of creation. So man is actually the most important being within creation. Man is the most important being within creation, and the only way man can begin to govern and begin to get the best experience at life is to go for knowledge. What you don't know can limit you from breaking into your next level of manifestation. That's why we must continually interact and interface with new levels of wisdom to be able to experience the best out of life. You don't live life to chance. You don't sit back and say what will be will be. No, that's not the correct philosophy, that what will be will be. I was speaking about this in the life of yesterday. Some people just say, "Que sera, what will be," right? But you don't want to be that kind of person that lives life to chance. You don't want to be that kind of person that is only a victim at life. You just wait for things to happen to you. You are always the victim. Things happen beyond your control. Things happen beyond your control. You don't have that ability to be able to control the outcomes of life. No, you want to be that kind of a person that you are very decisive, and that every of the experiences that that happen in your atmosphere, all of your experiences can be controlled. Yes, I believe personally that every experience in your atmosphere can be controlled. It just takes a certain level of consciousness to be able to control it. Why we live in a broken world, and because of the fact that we live in a fallen realm, in a broken world, many experiences or many situations people find themselves in as a result of the carelessness or ignorance of other persons. But largely, you can be that individual that controls the experiences around you, that controls the experiences in your atmosphere. All right. So I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you because I know that you begin to become more intentional with knowledge. Yes. You begin to become more intentional with knowledge. So on this platform, we see everyone with the eyes of love. And whilst we share, whilst we discuss amongst ourselves, I want you to know that you can experience greater versions of yourself. You can experience greater versions of yourself. The current version of yourself that is manifesting is not all that there is to your life. You can experience greater versions of yourself. And the reason why you can experience greater versions of yourself is because you are making it a resolve within your heart to interact with greater levels of wisdom every day. Yes, I believe that in your health, in your relationships, in your finances, in your spirituality, in every aspect of your life, if you experience or if you explore greater dimensions of knowledge, you can experience greater outcomes at life. Your experiences can become richer and better. So I'm open to personal conversations, I'm open to dialogues, I'm open to questions. You have any questions that border around health, relationships, finance, consciousness, spirituality, what have you. I'm open to those kind of questions, and I'm expecting your questions. Remember, we are family, we are community, and the law of this community is the law of love. Okay, the law of this community is the law of love. Love binds us. Love is the energy that binds us. We don't discriminate anybody here, but as such, we go for truth. Yes, there are no discriminations, there are no labels. Like, what I mean by that is that you can come as you are, but you shouldn't live as you are. You should live here a better version of yourself. You should live here transformed. So whilst I would encourage you to come as you are without dropping all of your, religious affiliations, your societal regalia, I don't want to leave you the same way you came. What I mean by that is that I believe in your growth, I believe in your transformation, and I believe that we share and discuss and we explore truth together, you can become a better version of yourself. It is very, very possible. It is very, very possible. So if you are on my life yesterday, remember I began to talk and to say that I began to say that you may be a Buddhist, you may be an atheist, you may be a Hindu person, you may be a Muslim, but that cloak of religion should not stop you from exploring truth. That's why in this community, irrespective of your religious affiliation, I welcome you. Yes, I declare my stand and my conviction as a believer in Christ Jesus. I'm a son of God. I'm a believer in Christ Jesus. But irrespective of your own religious inclinations, you are welcome. Why? Because the law that binds us in this community is the law of love. Is the law of love. And love accommodates all of humanity. Love accommodates all of creation. Love, anybody who is walking in love, anybody who understands love begins to see humanity from a different lens, begins to interact with creation from a different lens. Because love is the true energy. Love is the energy that can truly heal the world. This world is a broken world. There are a lot of things that are happening that as a result of the devastation and the destruction that has taken place in the soul of man. Because the environment of man is a reflection of what goes on in the heart of man. So how man can impact on his environment is by the substances of his soul, the texture of his soul. It is what is in the soul of man that has gradually begun to reflect over the dispensations, over the years, in our territory, in our environment, in our spaces, in our atmosphere. All right? So I'm very big on knowledge. I don't want you to be that individual that lives life to chance. I don't want you to be that individual that is not serious or intentional about going for knowledge. I believe that the wisdom that you interact with or interface with has a lot, to impact in your future. And I don't also want you to sustain the notion that, okay, whatever is going to happen in my future, let it happen. No, you can create your words. For instance, I'm going to talk about the power of utterances or the power of confessions today. With your words, with the very utterances of your mouth, you can begin to create your world. Some of you guys may have heard about this saying that your words create your worlds. Your words create your worlds. Your words, W-O-R-D-S, create your worlds, W-O-R-L-D-S. It means that the kind of utterances that are proceeding from your mouth today has a lot to impact on what you call your future, has a lot to impact on your current outcomes. Yes. So there is a level of wisdom that you will interact with today that will affect the way you speak. Because if you are really growing in knowledge, your utterances should be changing, your language should be changing. One of the signs that, can show that you are truly making a transition in knowledge and understanding is that your utterances have begun to change. You now speak, carefully. You now speak with, a mindset that creates, and constructs rather than destroys. Because many persons have destroyed their lives with the kind of utterances that proceed from their mouths. So I don't want you to be that kind of person that just speaks anyhow. You are not conscious of the kind of utterances, that proceed from your mouth. You should be a conscious being that is very, very well in control of the kind of words or utterances that come from your mouth. You don't want to be that kind of person that just speaks anyhow. You don't want to be that kind of person that just speaks anyhow. Your words create your worlds. Your words create your worlds. Your words create your worlds. What you are saying today has a lot to do with, creating the experiences that you are getting out of life. What you are saying today has a lot to do with the kind of experiences you are getting out of life. So if you can begin to change your mindset, if you can begin to change your consciousness, you will definitely change your utterances. Yes, your words create your worlds. If you can change your mindset, change your thought patterns, change the way you think, the way you reason, right? You can begin to change your utterances, which in turn will begin to impact positively in your atmosphere. Yes. So if you are hearing me, you can hear my voice, you can, you're on this live, do well to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. All right. Like, share the live, Tell everyone that William Ross is live. Share the live and subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the channel. All right. So that you can have a daily dose of wisdom, because we're going to be live every single day of the year. Yes, we're going to be live every single day of the year. We're going to show up for you. We're going to show up for you every single day of the year. All right. So if you can hear my voice, if you can see my face right now, share, like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. All right, so let's proceed back to our topic of discourse. Your words create your worlds. Your words create your worlds. Many people want to change what happens on the external. Many people want to change what happens in their environment. Many people want to change what happens in their atmosphere. But they don't know that to change that, you need to change what goes on within you. You need to change your thought patterns. You need to change your thinking, your thinking processes. You need to think, you need to change your mindset. And then when you begin to change your mindset, you begin to ingrain a new level of energy in your consciousness, which in turn begins to impact in your environment, in your atmosphere. So your deepest and your strongest levels of consciousness produces your manifestations. I cannot overemphasize this. Your deepest and your strongest levels of consciousness produces your manifestations. What you are conscious of, the kind of knowledge you are interacting with, the kind of thoughts that you feed on, or the thoughts you accommodate in your mind, they have a way of impacting your environment, impacting your space, impacting your atmosphere. Your atmosphere is a sum total of your thought patterns and your consciousness. Yes. So if you begin to change your mindset, there are certain ways you will no longer speak as one who is experiencing growth, as the one who is being transformed from the inside out. There are certain ways you will no longer speak. Your words will now be seasoned with salt. Your words will be full of grace. Your words will be instruments of creation. Your words will no longer be instruments of destruction. Why? You have begun to change your mindset, and it has begun to affect your language, your utterances. You want to change your utterances, right? You want to affect the way you want to control the way you speak, such that the words you speak, they are words of life. They are words that build up. They are words that create the right things for you. Begin to change your mindset. Begin to change your mindset, okay? Do well to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. We are going to be live every day to share wisdom. We're going to be live every day to interact as a community, to explore truth. All right, so do well to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you can see my face right now, you can hear the sound of my voice, do well to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. All right. Okay, so once again, you are welcome to this live, and every day we are sharing around different aspects of life. We are sharing wisdoms that will be of a blessing to you. Okay, you're welcome. So who is live? I want to hear your questions. I want to see your questions in the comment section. I don't just want this. I don't just want this session to be a dialogue. Sorry, to be a monologue rather. I don't want it to be a one-sided thing where I'm just the one talking. I want to give everyone the chance and the opportunity to be able to share your thoughts. Share your thoughts. What are your thoughts on, shaping your consciousness? What are your thoughts on creating your worlds with your words? Creating the outcomes you have that life in life with your utterances. Share. I want to hear you speak. All right. I want to hear you speak. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you on the live today. It's a pleasure to have you on the live. So I want to hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts about utterances? What are your thoughts about confessions? Speaking positively, saying the right things that will shape your experiences. What are your thoughts? I want to hear you speak. All right. William Ross is live. Spread the word. Tell everybody. We are live, and we're going to be live every single day in 2026. We're going to be live every single day in 2026. We're going to be live every single day in 2026. All right. All right. So you are welcome here. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. We're going to be live every single day in 2026. So you are welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Let's grow together. Let's grow together. Let's experience transformation. Let's become better versions of ourselves. Right? We can do it. We can do it. It just takes a powerful community to achieve that. It just takes a vibrant community to achieve that. It takes an intentional community to achieve that. Okay? All right. Who is on my life? I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your questions. Who is on my life? You can look at my bio to see the things we share about. I want to hear your questions. All right. I want to make this live session an interactive session. So you can look at my bio to see the things we discuss about. We talk about wisdom. We explore truth. Right. We talk about different aspects of life: health, wealth, finances, relationships, right? And what have you. So you have questions that are bothering your mind. You can ask your questions. You have questions that are bothering your mind. You have questions, right? You can ask your questions. The comment section is open for you to ask your questions, all right? You are very much welcome here. You are loved. You are acknowledged. We acknowledge your greatness. We celebrate you because we know that you're on the path of growth to become a better version of yourself. It just takes a level of intentionality for you to achieve that, all right? It takes a level of intentionality for you to achieve that. You're welcome here. If you're on the live, you can do well to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Right? We're going to be having daily doses of wisdom every day in 2026. We'll be live every single day in 2026. Sharing on thoughts and consciousness and speaking on wisdom. So you don't want to miss it, right? You want to be part of this vibrant community. So we are taking a poll. Just answer the poll, right? Drop your comments, likes, share, and subscribe, all right? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Amazing, amazing. You welcome here. Like, share the live, and subscribe to this channel for daily doses of wisdom. We're going to be live every day in 2026. Going to be live every day in 2026, right? It's going to be one download of wisdom to another. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss out. This is a vibrant community where we share knowledge, wisdom, right? Because we've come to understand that what will cause you to experience a transition from one greater level, from one level of manifestation to another, is what you know, is the knowledge that you have access to. So the kind of wisdom or the kind of knowledge you have access to currently is what is producing your outcomes in life, is what is producing your experiences. All right, so today we had a particular focus on words, and I want you to ask questions, right? Words. And I began to say that your words create your worlds. Your WORDS creates your WORLDS. Your WORDS create your WORLDS. It means that your utterances will begin to shape the kind of experiences you have at life. So the utterances that continually proceed from your mouth, they are having a direct impact in your atmosphere. They are having a direct impact in your environment. So you should be very intentional about the kind of words that you speak, and you can culture your words. You can culture your words by changing your mindset. You can culture your words by being intentional with growth and transformation. You can culture your words such that the words that leave your mouth, they are only words that create. They are only words that construct, only words that give life. Yes, yes, you can begin to change your utterances and begin to map out what would happen in your life in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years of your life. Because your words are powerful. Words are life. There was a particular experiment I think some scientists did, that they spoke negative words to a water, probably a water in a container, like water, WATER. So they spoke negative words to water in a container, and they went to carry out a research on the impact of the words that were spoken in that water. I think they went to look at the molecular structure of the water after those words were spoken, and they saw that those the water began to assume some kind of shape, some kind of ugly shape. I lack the words with which to describe it. And then they also spoke good words, positive words, healing words on water, like water, literal water, water, water that you drink or water that you use to, to wash, right? They literally spoke positive words on water, and they carried the water to the lab, and they carried out an experiment, right? They began to, do an experiment on that water, and when they observed the molecular structure of the water after those words were spoken, they noticed that the molecular structure was very beautiful. It assumed a very beautiful shape. I don't know, some of you may have come across that, right? It assumed a very beautiful shape, the patterns, of symmetry that the water assumed after positive words were spoken. Just water. So everything around you responds to words. Everything around you. Yes. Your business responds to words. Your finances responds to words. Your family responds to words. Your children, your spouse, they respond to words. Right? Your health responds to words. So you must become intentional with the kind of utterances that proceed from your mouth. You must become intentional. Right? So if water, just like normal water, right? Of course, water has properties of living things, right? Okay, all right. You can say water is a living thing because it has certain properties or characteristics of a living thing. So if water, ordinary water, could respond to words that were spoken, negative words were spoken to water, and when an experiment was carried out or a research was carried out on the water, the molecular structure of the water was really ugly, right? It assumed some indefinite, or what you would call irregular patterns of symmetry. And then positive words were spoken to water, the same water, and they assumed very perfect, very beautiful shapes or structure, molecular structure. It shows you that everything around you responds to the words that proceed from your mouth. So you must become intentional with your utterances. And I said you cannot just change your utterances in a day. You would have to what? You would have to begin to change your mindset by the kind of information you take in, by the knowledge you expose yourself to. You want to change your outcomes at life. You want to change the experiences around your life. Begin to change your mindset. And if you can change your mindset, you will change your utterances. You will begin to speak the right words. You begin to speak words that create, not words that destroy. You begin to speak words that have a very direct impact on your outcomes at life. You begin to speak words. You can see, you can speak words to change your business. Very possible. Of course, it's not going to happen in a day. You must engage that over a period of time to see certain levels of results, but you must become intentional. You must become intentional. You shouldn't just live life to chance and just believe that one day things will be better. You have to become intentional. The key to your next level of manifestation or breakthrough, it is in your hands. It is in your hands. So you have to become intentional with the kind of utterances that proceed from your mouth, right? You can speak words that can change your finances. Very possible. Yes, I'm very hardworking, I'm very diligent, but I know that it does not take diligence or hard work alone to experience a certain level of financial abundance. I have to speak the right words, so I speak the right words into my finances. Yes, your words, words, create your worlds, worlds. Your words create your worlds. Yes, very true. Your words create your worlds. So if you begin to speak the right words into your relationships, if you begin to speak the right words into your finances, you begin to speak the right words into your career, your business, you begin to speak the right words to your health, you will experience greater levels of possibilities. You will experience greater levels of possibilities. Yes, let your words be words that bring healing. Let your words be words that are full of life. Let your words be seasoned with salt. Let your words be full of grace. Speak graciously. Don't just speak like any any Tom, Dick, and Harry out there. No, speak gracious words, words that transform, words that bring healing to the soul, words that put a smile on the face of people, words that make the world a better place. You don't want to come and speak garbage that will further plunge the world into darkness. No. You want to be a light bearer. You want to be that person that speaks words that create, words that transform, words that give life. Yes, if man begins to understand its architecture as a life-giving spirit, man would learn how to speak the right words. You are a life-giving spirit. Your utterances are full of life. You know, with your words, you can be justified, and with your words, you can be condemned. It means, it means that you should guard the things that come out of your mouth. So you can either make or mar your life with the kind of utterances that proceed from your mouth. Yes. You can make or mar your life with the kind of utterances. Yes. So I want to hear your thoughts on this. I want to hear your contributions. I want to hear your questions. If you have questions regarding this subject matter on the right utterances, on the power of words, you are free. You are free. This is an open community, and everyone's view is acknowledged. Everyone's view is appreciated. You have a different perspective on this subject. You have contributions, or you have questions. Probably you are confused. You want to learn how to begin to speak the right words that will make a direct impact in your outcomes in life, in your atmosphere. You can ask your questions, all right? So like and share the live. Subscribe to this channel. We're going to go live every single day of this year. Every single day of 2026. We're going to be live. We're going to be live, sharing wisdom, interacting and exploring thoughts and consciousness, exploring truth, so that we can attain better versions of ourselves. All right. So you're welcome here. Once again, my name is William Ross. I'm your brother. I'm your friend, of course. And right, I salute you. I celebrate you. I celebrate the growth and transformation that is taking place in your life. Of course, that can only happen if you are intentional. It takes a level of intentionality to change the outcomes of your life. So you don't just fold your hands and believe that what will be will be. Whatever is going to happen, is left to fate. No. You can begin to curate the experiences, that happen in your life. You can begin to create your atmosphere by your words, by your thoughts, and by your consciousness. All right. So I'm your brother. I love you, and my desire for you is that you attain a greater version of yourself. If you are somebody that you have been exposed to environments where you are not seen, you are not heard, you have been abused, or you've been manhandled, you've been mistreated, you've been looked down upon, you've been ridiculed. Here on this community, everyone is acknowledged, everyone is seen, everyone is appreciated. So don't feel too small, or don't feel too big not to share or commune with us or interact with us as a community. Everyone is welcome, irrespective of our religious affiliations, irrespective of our societal classifications. We are all welcome. We are one here. All right? We are one. So you are very much welcome. I heart you, right? I heart you means I love you. All right. I love you, and I'm interested in your growth. All right. I want to see you experience. I want to see you attain greater versions of yourself. Okay? You can be more. Yes, this is me. This is your brother, William Ross, challenging you to be more. You can be more. Remember, your words create your world. And your words are a sum total of your thoughts and your consciousness. There's a scripture that says, I'm a Christian, so I will be quoting the scriptures many times. There's a scripture that says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So your thought processes, your consciousness are a definition of your reality. They are a definition of your reality. And also, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So it is what is in your thought and consciousness that will proceed as utterances in your mouth, and from your mouth rather, and will also impact your immediate environment, your atmosphere. So you don't want to speak negative words that destroy. You don't want to speak words that pull down. You don't want to speak words that do not give life. Let your words be full of life. Let your words be gracious words. Let your words be gracious words, full of life, that is able to lift up that brother, that sister around you, that is able to help the people around you, make the world a better place. Make the world a better place. Make the world around you a better place, all right? Make the world around you a better place. Make it a better place, okay? Once again, I'm your brother. You are welcome. You are welcome. It's glad to see you. You can, tell me in the comment section where you are watching from. If you are watching from the US, you are watching from UK, you are watching from Canada, from Australia, you can tell me from China, from wherever, India, wherever in the world you're watching from. You can let me know in the comment section. I see you, I acknowledge you, and I celebrate you. All right. You're welcome here. You're welcome. You can do well to check out my bio to know the things we discuss on in this community. This is a very vibrant, growing community. You're very much welcome. Yeah, we want to see you. We want to, we want to identify with you. So do well to drop your questions in the comment section. All right. Should we end the live just yet, or we should continue? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Should we end the live just yet, or we should continue? If you want us to continue, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know where in the world you're watching from in the comment section. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. All right. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. like, share this live, and subscribe to this channel. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome here. If you can see my face, check out this community, like and subscribe to this channel. All right, this is a growing community where we show up every single day. I'm going to be live every single day in 2026, giving you fresh downloads of wisdom. All right, very much welcome. Yeah, I see you, I acknowledge you, and I celebrate your growth and your progress. Let's make progress together. Let's make progress together. All right, let's make progress together. So that being said, we're going to bring today's live to a close. Like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. Let's make progress together. I'm going to be live every day in 2026, sharing with you, sharing wisdoms with you around health, wealth, relationships, finances, religion, spirituality, and so on and so forth. All right. So you're very much welcome here. I celebrate you and I acknowledge your growth and your progress. Cheers to more.